All right, we are getting set for the Class B championship game. The Batavia Blue Devils, the HFL Cougars, and pleasure to be joined by Coach Briggs of Batavia, Coach Russ of HFL. Doing a little game preview right here. Guys, thanks once again. Congratulations for making it to the game, and thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Guys, let's start by saying this is that this should be a heck of a game that we're about to see here. Tell us a little bit about, if you could just a little bit about your team, what your journey's been to get here, guys, and what we can look forward to tonight. It'd be great.
Go ahead, Coach.
All right. It's exciting to be playing for a Section 5 championship. It's always exciting, but obviously with COVID, it's made it a little bit more special for the kids, going from off-season workouts, not knowing if you're going to even have a season, to it kind of becoming a reality for them. And then, slowly going through the process of the season. And, there's been a lot of things that have happened, obviously, with kids getting quarantined and COVID cases and whatnot. But, our kids have been resilient through it all. And I'm just excited for them to have an opportunity to play on Saturday.
Yeah, I think, for us, being put on pause for a little while, the resilience factor of the kids has been outstanding. I can go back to the fall where we're practicing 3 days a week, really not knowing if we're going to have a spring season, in the weight room 3 days a week, putting all the effort in and all the time in to not know if you're going to have a season or not. So, for the kids to want it that bad, and to have it turn out in such a positive way and to play for a championship is kind of icing on the cake.
Coach?
Yeah, no, the question I have for you guys, obviously, I was in a similar grind to you guys, and hats off to both of you guys to be in the championship. Well deserved. I think you're the top two programs in our classification, and hats off to you to still be playing with all the COVID and all the restrictions. I guess that question I asked you guys is, what were some of the adjustments you did this year, just because of the COVID relationship, whether it was the locker room stuff, because you had such a quick turnaround, with 4 days sometimes or 5 days, some things that you might have done differently this year to keep everybody healthy. Just some thoughts in regards to that stuff.
Yeah, I think for us, we started off by, we were spraying down footballs, it seemed like that after every period, sanitizing the kids' hands in between periods. And then it became kind of just standard protocol for us. We always had somebody, an assistant coach or a kid that was injured that would take care of the footballs. We always had hand sanitizer. We're always entering and exiting a certain way. We used the locker room for a little bit, and then when we went on pause, we said we scratched that whole thing. So now kids are taking their pads with them. So it's certainly been unique and challenging, but at the same time, it's becoming almost second nature now.
Very similar. Obviously with the hand sanitizing quite a bit. Our weight room is right at the stadium. So, we would do different groups in there, sort of different cohorts would go in there at a time, whether one group was doing film in the locker room and then the other group was lifting, and then we'd switch. The big thing with the masks. That's been, I think probably for everybody as a teacher, as a coach, just harping on the kids to keep their masks up. And then, when you give water breaks in football, making sure that they all have their own water bottle and they're separate from each other. Those are the big things. And then obviously the locker room, just making sure that we don't have everybody in there at the same time, and just trying to follow all the protocols. So obviously, so we had the opportunity to play in this game.
Yeah, definitely. Now here's a thought that I've been thinking about. Winning a sectional championship, amazing accomplishment. One of you guys are going to do that this weekend. Normal years, you keep playing, you go to states. Is it different this year? Winning the championship, is there more meaning to it? Same meaning to it? What are you thinking in regards to that,
Coach?
I think that, playing for a championship in the kids' mind is, it's going to be the same regardless if they're moving on and playing in the Far West game or not. We were fortunate enough to play in the state championship in 2018. My message to our kids today was, we know for sure when our last game of the season is. The only time we knew that was in the state championship, but very rarely do you know the last day of football and when that's going to be. So, just preaching to the seniors and everybody really, we said, you've got, a couple more practices, and then Saturday might be the last time you ever put on a pair of football pads. So I think there might actually be a little bit more meaning for them, especially with the hard times in COVID and what they've had to go through. They're treating it as a championship game, and I'm excited for them to have that opportunity.
Yeah, I think it means a lot to the kids to have practiced as much as they have and to have worked as hard as they have. I think it means a lot to them. For my seniors that were juniors in the fall of 2019 when we were in the sectional finals, I think we have kind of understood, or we understand what it takes to be a good football team year in and year out. I kind of stole my model after Coach Briggs, because I know Coach his program went independent for at least a year. And we were kind of taking it on the chin against Class A schools, and we just couldn't cut it. So I decided to go independent and kind of turn things around, and it's been the best decision that we've made as a program. But yeah, I think the meaning of a sectional championship, I don't think it's diminished at all, because it's a shortened season. You still got to put the work in. You still got to execute. You got to do all the hard things, all the little things to put yourself in a position, to play for a championship.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, we appreciate the time. Best of luck. Should be a heck of a battle. Really looking forward to watching this one, and we greatly appreciate you joining us tonight. Good luck.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Good luck, guys. Stay healthy.